connecting to corporate donors can be very challenging. Who are the corporations in your region? Are they operating in your town, in your community? How many of their employees are engaged with your organization as volunteers and can match gifts to your organization? You need to ask, does your mission fit the organization's giving focus as well? These are key factors that you need to consider when looking at corporate giving. Now let me just give you some helpful phrases for the ask. I've used these and they work. You can say, I hope you will set an example for others by considering a significant gift of $1 million. This campaign needs $5 million for success. Can we count on you? Our goal is to raise $1 million. Is $500,000 where you see your gift? We hope you'll consider a gift of $250,000. Corporate donors like to create a feeling of corporate citizenship. They like to promote their products and services, and they see corporate giving as an opportunity to increase their marketing opportunities. It's an opportunity for them to expose their brand and become associated with a cause that makes them be perceived as doing good in the community. And of course, sometimes there are tax incentives. One of the most important reasons why corporations give is because the chairman or another senior manager has an interest in your organization, or they're connected to you as a volunteer on your board of directors. Again, I must say, corporate donors give because they are asked. So what do you expect corporate donations to look like? You can have cash donations, you can have sponsorship of an event or an activity. They can sponsor an educational or promotional materials. They can offer their company facilities to you. Sometimes it's important to get their expertise and advice. Their employees can volunteer. And one very essential thing is in-kind product donations. Similarly, they can give you advertising in their brochures and publications to help get your message and your brand into the region. Foundation giving is a little different. The foundation grant making has dropped in 2010. It dropped by 8.6%, probably because of the investments that they've had and the suffering we've all done in the stock market. When you want to connect to a foundation, you really need to pay attention to their giving in your geographic region. Does their stated mission match what your organization's mission is all about? Are any of their trustees involved with you? And do their gifts match what you're seeking? And are their past grants similar to what you're seeking as well? These are all keys in helping you to identify whether or not a foundation can help you with your fundraising needs. Typically, foundation grants require some certain steps. Initially, you need to prepare a letter of intent that talks about what it is you are hoping to raise money for and why you think it's an appropriate fit for this foundation. Once you establish that connection and submit that letter of intent, you will probably receive an invitation to submit a proposal, a full proposal. And your proposal should include a background, the history of your organization. You're creating your case for support, what you need the money for, what you hope to accomplish, and what are the measurable outcomes of your project. How much will it cost? And why you are uniquely positioned to accomplish this goal. You will submit your proposal by a deadline, and then you wait and wait. And hopefully you'll have a positive response. And then, once you receive that positive response, your work really begins, because you must deliver what you have promised in that case for support. And you must report back to the donor, sometimes interim and usually a final report, so that they know that you have used their donor money wisely. There's always a chance that you might be denied funding. And does that mean you don't connect with the foundation? No. What that means is it's your opportunity to call that funder and say, what was it that was in our proposal that did not match your interests? Is there a possibility that you might consider us again in your next funding cycle? Whether you receive the grant or do not receive the grant, always use it as a learning opportunity to find out why you were selected or why you were rejected. Foundations are really vulnerable right now with the market collapse. And there are some changes happening there with their administrative burdens and some decisions about generational differences in their philosophies as new leadership comes on board. There is a trend now shifting toward establishing foundations with some limited lifespans. And that for a while, foundations went on forever and ever and ever, but we're seeing some changes with that. So as you're looking at strategies for dealing with international foundations, I think it's important that you work with those foundations that have a particular interest where you can demonstrate that your record, your track record and expertise matches their interests, and where you can illustrate the international dimension of the work that you're doing. You want to be able to compare your approaches and practices which may differ in other countries, and you want to offer joint ventures between you and other organizations to show that your mission is something that can be accomplished. When we're looking at effective fundraising best practices, one of the most important things is capacity. Is there capacity to make a large gift? For individuals, it's determined by the prospect's net worth. For foundations, you're looking at their net resources. You're looking for who has a lot of money. You're also looking for who has philanthropic inclination, interests that align with your mission, interests in the issues that you're addressing, persons who you've had personal contact with, who you've cultivated, and who understands what it is you're trying to accomplish. You want to be able to understand what inspires them to give. And you want to be able to respond positively to requests for what it is that they're interested in. You want to look at linkage too. Are they involved with you? Have they had volunteer service with your organization? Is there a business connection? Have they sent people to your events? Is there someone on your board? So when you're looking at modeling your future strategies, what you want to do is look at whom you have current connections with. You want to assess what messages will resonate strongly with your contacts. And you want to ask, do these connections have the potential to take your cause to new heights? Fundraising is all about the right person, the right reason, the right time, and the right amount. And your failure to receive measurable results on the gifts that you have received remains the number one reason why donors stop giving or give less than they could. So it's the right reason, the right amount, the right time, and the right person. And when you ask and you receive the gift, you'll feel like you hit the jackpot. And donors love to hear these words: thank you, merci, gracias. They love to hear them more than once. And let me tell you, you will feel good too. Every connection counts. As fundraisers, we have the responsibility of fostering philanthropy. To inform, involve, inform again, solicit, thank, recognize, and report to every donor. Because donors are a part of an intentional effort. We have a role to create a genuine and meaningful relationship with each donor. And we need to constantly work with each donor to strengthen their connection to our cause and our organization. We need to believe in the generosity of our donors as much as we want them to believe in the mission of our organization. And we have the responsibility to pave the way to make that gift happen, and then celebrate the gift with gusto. Thank you for joining me today, and I appreciate your attention. If you have any questions or comments, please go to www.glowfunds.com. Have a great day.